Bouncing back, it is what many of us had to do during this pandemic, finding a way to move through pain, loss, and a new normal. Someone, though, who is somewhat of an expert on bouncing back and being resilient is popular podcaster Nora McInerny. You're going to be headed to Grand Rapids in a few weeks, but we're going to get to catch up with you right now. How did you go from grieving widow to quick-witted podcast?
Oh, very slowly, Valerie. My podcast is called Terrible Thanks for Asking for a reason. And it's because in that first year after my husband died, and truly even in the first days after he died, everybody wanted to know how I was doing. Right. And we ask this question constantly all day. I would argue that it is probably the question we ask and answer the most over the course of a lifetime. And what do you always tell people when they ask how you are?
Fine. Things are good.
Fine, things are good. I was saying that in the wake of losing my husband, losing a pregnancy, and losing my father. I was telling people I was fine. And I had this moment, many moments, where I realized one, I'm lying, and two, everybody is lying. Everybody is telling people that they're fine, even when the correct answer to how you are doing is, oh, I'm at the end of a rapidly fraying rope. So the podcast came about from a need that I just could not get, which was emotional honesty. And so, what we do every week in the show is we create space for people to talk honestly about the hard things in life, and more importantly, space for other people to listen and to try to get comfortable with the discomfort of other people. So, it started out as a personal exercise to see if I could tap into the truth of how I was feeling, and has become a tool for a lot of people to practice empathy, not just for other people, but also for themselves.
You have really touched on a hot topic that was needed to be discussed, that people needed to connect with. And I think that's why people just love listening to your podcast. One of my favorite sayings of yours is, even if your story makes people sad, you are not a sad story. That's an important difference to make.
It is. Nobody wants to get the gold at the Bummer Olympics, right? And I think that's one reason why we have a hard time being honest about how we feel. We don't want to bring down the mood. We don't want to, be a burden to other people. And I fully understand that. And also, people need to know. People need to know the truth. Now, that does not include the checkout kid at Target, right? They do not get paid enough to hear the truth about your messy divorce, or your grief, or your incurable illness, but the people around you really, really do. And what you're showing them is not just, oh gosh, can you believe what Valerie's going through? I know, it's so sad. No, 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 no. You're showing them the fullness of your humanity, and you are creating space for them to be honest with you. You are strengthening your relationships the more honest you can be.
Oh, isn't she great? I've got a chance for you to hear Nora in person. She'll be at the Meijer Gardens on October 27th at 7 o'clock. She's speaking as part of the Jason Kinsler Family First Foundation's fundraiser. Tickets are still available, and you can purchase them at kinslerfoundation.org.